What's going on, guys? Welcome back to For Misery Gaming, here for some more Overhit. And today we are talking about the two new heroes that have been added to the game as of this week, which is Rito and Iroha. So basically they have their new banner here. I went ahead and did 10 polls on them. I got Rito, not Iroha. I only got 1 SSR and 10 multis. So you guys can see here, these are the rates that the SSR pickup is 1% and random SSR is 1%. So you have a 0.5% chance to pull Rito, 0.5% chance to pull Iroha, and then it's 0.033 for all the other heroes, respectively. So those are the rates, obviously 300 gems per summon. So today's video is basically, should you pull for these new heroes? So we're gonna go into our guide mission and we're gonna look at their skills and we're gonna kind of, you know, give you guys some insight if they are worth pulling for. As soon as we find, I wish we just had a regular encyclopedia that just showed us, like, where we could just find them way easier. Nope. And nope. I want to say one of them's here. Yep, alright. So let's go over Rito first. Honestly, in my opinion, he is the one to go for. So he is going to be an assault type unit, so he's an attacker based unit. So his leader skill, guys, is going to be increase the attack of all water type allies by 25% and then increase the defense of all water type allies by 10%. Now I only have 1 copy, so I actually can't see his dupes. I only have 1 copy of him, so I actually can't see what he would look like skilled up to skill level 6. So if I get a dupe, then obviously I could do a separate video on scaling and stuff like that, but we'll just look at his abilities and see how they kind of mesh out. I would assume when you leader him up, I think if I had to guess, I think the defense would go up to 20% and like the attack would go up to like 35%. I think a 10% increase on each is what I would be looking at. Maybe 15, maybe. So maybe it could possibly go up to 25% defense and then 50% attack. Since it is mono only, it will really limit the pool of characters you can use his leader with, but I don't really think he's there for his leader, personally. So his active skill 1 with an 85-second cooldown is going to have deal damage to 173% of attack to 3 enemies, additional damage equal to 46.2% of attack to physical type enemies. So keep in mind that this is kind of a nuke like Angelo, but it does not deal extra damage to those support and tank heroes, I believe, or it has to be a physical type enemy. So anything that isn't physical type, he's not going to get that extra damage. He's going to get the 173 to all enemies. I would assume when you max this out, it's probably going to get in the range of something like 400%. 400 to 385. I would assume that it's a good kind of safe number to kind of guess where that percentage is going to lie, in my opinion. So AoE skill 1 there. Then we have his skill 2, deal damage equal to 184% of attack to 4 enemies, inflict shock on targets affected by chill, success rate 70%, 18 seconds. Shock disables regular attacks and active skills. So shock for us Epic 7 players is basically stun. So, but you can only affect shock if they're chilled. So, that being said, you would need another hero to use with him to inflict chill in order to trigger shock. And these cooldowns are very, very high for his skills. So we can actually look in his ability tree and see if he has a lot of cooldown reduction, which I think he'll really, really need in order to use him effectively. So there is that. And then finally his passive, if you get lucky enough to get him, plus his Grimoire, is when an active skill is used, reduce damage to allies by 14%. Additional damage, add damage equal to 38% of attack to all attacks. So that is actually kind of crazy. His passive is insane. He gives you protection and he gives you massively more damage. 40% more damage passively is just nuts. So if you are lucky enough to get both, consider yourself a true godsend for Rito. He is going to hit insanely hard. Like I said, he is going to be kind of a similar unit to Angelo. I still think, honestly, Angelo is a little better because he's not situational. Angelo does just pure damage, But for instance, that shock is only applicable if you have a chill unit on your team. So he's really going to shine in a mono water team. I still think you could use him in PvP if you get enough dupes of him. His multipliers will probably still do very, very well. And especially if you get his Grimoire, he's obviously going to deal even more damage and have more utility as well. Alright, so that is our boy Rito. So he will combo very well with any unit that can do AoE chill. So let's keep that in mind. Alright, so let's see if we can find the last girl real fast. Now she is a... she's going to be one I don't have, because I don't have Iroha. So let's see, is it under Black Order maybe? Nope, that's Luna. Nope. Oh, no, we have all those guys too. Let's see, hopefully here? No, that's Blossom. Where are you, Iroha? Are you here? There we go. Alright, cool. There we go. So here's the other hero. Iroha is going to be a support-based unit. So you guys see here, right there, that's one of the support symbols. So her leader ability is going to be if there are 3 or more water-type allies, increase attack of all allies by 15%, I'm sorry. And then increase block rate of all allies by 5%. Honestly, those numbers are so low. If that was 45, it should be really good, but those numbers are so low, I would never, ever use her for a leader ability. 5% is too low, 15% is too low, so I think we should just move on from there. Now, 65-second cooldown, very low cooldown overall. Cast barrier on 4 allies, blocking damage equal to 689 plus 13.4%. Applies to the 4 allies with the highest defense. And buff raise defense of 4 allies by 26%. So a pure barrier and defense up on her S1. Now there's a possibility this could go up to protecting all of your party when you fully skill it up. I don't own her at all, so I can't look into that. So if anyone knows for sure if this will go up to protecting all allies, let me know in the comment section down below. If you guys have unlocked at least one dupe of her, that would be very, very helpful. So no heal, but very, very good defensive capability to keep your units alive. And then we have her second active is going to be an 88-second cooldown, pretty high. Deal damage equal to 126% of attack to 4 enemies. Reduce damage from 4 enemies by 25%. So basically a little bit of an attack down and some damage. So it's an AoE with some utility. It's not going to really do too much damage. The multipliers are very low, and her stats for attack are probably going to be very low as well. So you're mostly using it for a utility-based attack. So, but honestly, her S1 is probably better, is the more priority skill. And then finally, her passive is going to reduce damage from fire enemies by 8.7%. Let me make sure, yeah, 8.7% buff. When an active skill is used, heal 2 allies for 20.7% of attack every 8 seconds for 40 seconds. So her passive is actually pretty awesome for a support unit. She's definitely very, very good for a mono fire, so she'd be definitely very good for a raid if you get her Grimoire. I feel like if you don't have her Grimoire, I don't feel she's good. Unless you, like, got insanely lucky and pulled several dupes. I feel like you need her Grimoire to be good, because then you actually get a healing ability on every active skill. So basically on her skill, she's going to apply heal plus that. So I feel you need her Grimoire to be good, in my opinion. So I would definitely put her on the bottom of the want list for this banner. I feel like Rito is the true prize. Have to really test to see how good he is compared to Angelo or other kind of like AoE, big AoE nuker, like crowd control tech units. So, but I still feel they're very, very good. As far as should you summon, honestly, the good thing about this is our first rate up banner, but obviously it's not going to be the last, right? So here you can actually more pinpoint the units you want to target, but are you going to be losing in the game in PvP or in raids, things like that, if you don't have these units? I don't think so, especially since Dark Raid is the primary focus of the majority of players out there. And PvP is very, very dark heavy as well. So while these units could be useful, especially Rito for PvP, I don't think they're must-haves. So if you want to throw some summons at it and like cap it and just be like, I'm gonna do like 5 multis and then I'm gonna save up for the next banner, probably a good recommendation as far as that goes. I mean, if you're gonna buy a lot of packs and get a lot of the shards and a lot of, you know, tickets and stuff like that, then you may want to go a couple, you know, go in for it if you're a whale. But if you're free to play, I say this banner is do a couple, call it a day and skip. I think they're going to release better banners down the road. They could be doing like a dark or light or other elemental rate up banner for some of the existing heroes as well. We'll have to see what Nexon wants to do, if they're going to be releasing lots of new SSR heroes to start off the game, or if they're going to go back and do rate ups. But I would say definitely going forward, I would avoid the premium gacha outside of your free tickets, because I think it's better to focus in on things that have a higher percent to be pulled, to go for your multiple copies, as opposed to blindly going into a banner like the premium gacha with really bad rates and very, very low hopes of getting that specific hero. So that is my overall opinion of this banner, guys. Like I said, you may also want to wait. We'll probably get a little bit of notice before the banner goes away of what the next banner will be, hopefully. Hopefully they'll give us a little bit of, or some people can data leak it for us. That'd be awesome. If we have some data miners out there that can give us that kind of information. But that is going to be my 2 cents on should you pull on the water banner for this week. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Did you guys pull? How do you guys pull Rito or Iroha? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you guys did enjoy today's video, as always, drop a like down below and subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. And until then, guys, it's boy for Misery Gaming. I will see you in the next video. Peace out.